What's up, everyone? We're back with another episode of the 6 Round Podcast, episode 17. Let's go. We got too many things to talk about today, so we just gotta get right on into it. PFL on Thursday, one on Friday, UFC on Saturday. But honestly, I think PFL kind of stood out the best out of all of them this weekend.
Yeah, PFL was great.
Yeah.
PFL was so fucking good.
Yeah, it really was.
Like, one was really good too, but
Yep.
yeah, I think that PFL might have taken it.
You had the featherweights, you had the light heavyweights back in action, looking for their second fight in the regular season.
I was just about to say, all the light heavyweights who didn't pop for steroids back.
Yes. Because, this shit got all switched up, jumbled around, flip-flopped, and you just scroll down on Tapology, you can just look at the canceled fizzled bouts real quick. Just 6 fights that were canceled or switched around or whatever. You had fucking Thiago versus Muhammad, and both fighters failed the drug test, so that one just got pulled.
Well, it was Rob Wilkinson and Will Fleury both failed drug tests, but Fleury first, so then it was Rob versus Ty Flores, but then Rob ended up failing, so then Ty got a new opponent. But Ty was also supposed to fight Christoph Jocko originally, but Jocko failed the drug test. It was all over the place. The shit was fucking nuts.
Yeah, it was just crazy. But I mean, the fights that they ended up with, to put together, they were fucking crazy too, because goddamn, PFL just stood out. In that main event, you had the 2022 champ, Brendan Loughnane, coming in after just smashing through Marlon Moraes, just beating the fuck out of his legs. It was the best knockout loss to watch for Marlon, because it was just his legs,
Yeah, no head damage.
Yeah. And fucking Jesus Pinedo taking this on short notice, and holy fuck. First round, minute 34 in, just lands a knee to the head, which watching live, I thought it was a kick to the body.
No, deadass. That knee was sneaky as hell.
Even the commentary thought it was a kick to the body. They were saying that shit. And
because that's what it looked like. His foot definitely landed somewhere in the liver area. And it looked like a body shot, but his reaction was weird. And it was like, what happened?
It's like, that wasn't a body shot
and it was
reaction.
like, bro, that knee.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yeah. And like you said, when he half stumbled back and was kind of half down, and that's why when I saw that, I thought it was a body shot at first, but from that reaction, it looked like the lights were out, so I was just like, there's no way.
No way he got kicked in the body and his lights are out.
And he just followed it up with some punches, landed hammer fist, and Jesus just flips the fucking featherweight bracket on its head with that.
Yeah, for real.
Because Brendan, coming in after the first fight, he had 5 points, the only one at featherweight to get a finish, so he was, had a good lead. And then earlier on in the card, Chris Wade, he lost to Bubba Jenkins in the first one, but he gets a spectacular first round finish over
Ryoji Kudo.
Kudo.
First round guillotine, so
gets him 6 points, gets him into the playoffs. But because Pinedo just finished him a little bit faster, bumps him and Loughnane right out of it, and it's just, damn, that was just
because
that was
then
crazy.
Bubba Jenkins came in with also a first round sub, getting him another 6 points, so that brings him up to the top, and it was just so much with this 145 bracket this week. Is crazy.
Yeah, that Bubba. So we can just go to that one. Bubba.
Yeah.
Fighting Sun Bing Joe, and goddamn, he went out there, did the same thing with the Chris Wade fight. Within 5 seconds, he's shooting on a single leg. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this time, the grappling difference was just way more apparent. Drags him down, gets on top, gets the back, minute 25, gets the rear naked choke, unconscious, just sleeping.
Oh my god!
It was honestly brutal, just how the camera was, and you just see the lights go out, and I hate when they do that.
No, seriously, because I'm pretty sure it was with Sung too. Because there was 2 people on this card that went out, but it was with Sung. You seen him, he was just his arms were out straight, and then they just went down. You just seen the life go, and you're like, okay, it's
I'm pretty
over.
sure it was Kudo that Chris Wade unconscious with the guillotine.
Yep.
Yeah, because you saw him going to tap, and then his arm just rested, and then the ref come like, "Are you in here?" And he's like, "No, it's done, it's done."
Yeah.
He was asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so like you said, Bubba gets that first round win, gets him another 6 points after a decision win, brings him to the number 1 seed into the bracket.
God.
And yeah, with Jesus, you know, coming in on late notice, getting that first round finish, he does end up in the bracket, but gets the number 4 seed. So first round of the playoffs, you get Bubba Jenkins versus Jesus Pinedo. And god damn, that's but Bubba on the mic afterwards, that shit was just awesome. Oh my god.
Bubba's hilarious.
Bubba is fantastic. But yeah, that's a good fucking fight though. I mean, we didn't really get to see too much, you know, of Jesus in that. I am gonna love to see how Bubba can test that grappling, but
definitely, but I mean,
he's gotta be careful.
It won't be on short notice, so he'll have time to prepare for it. Definitely will be cool to actually see him. Not like he's inexperienced, 21-6-1, you know?
Yeah. 100%.
No, yeah, 100%.
And that's going to bring us to co-main event, the next set of the featherweight bouts. Movlid Habulayev gets his first finish in PFL in a few years, but gets it over Tyler Diamond, a tough vet.
Just securing his spot there.
Yeah, first round was just all stand-up, wasn't really going for grappling at all, was just, you know, like kind of fighting it out. And then second round started, he was like, fuck this shit, took him down right away, and was just, he was having some trouble passing for a while.
Yeah. But once he did pass, it was over.
Exactly.
It was over.
He just grabbed that arm triangle, got the tap, and solid work for Movlid, who moves to 21-0-1, just a fucking monster.
I was excited to see that. I definitely expected him to win, but I thought he was going to grind out the decision. So that was nice to see him get the arm triangle choke.
I know, and especially with like when Chris Wade got that finish, I'm just like, yo, Movlid, you cannot fucking get a decision here, like
right, because then he would have been knocked out.
Yeah,
he's
so
out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just it was just crazy. Yeah, because Chris getting that, it could have knocked him out if it would have went to decision, but Bubba ends up getting the first round finish. Then Movlid comes in, he gets the finish, so he secures his spot, but then fucking Jesus just knocking Chris out, and it's like, damn, he did what he had to do to be there, but
and that's why it just PFL, it's just so fun, especially like this played out perfectly for them because it's exactly how you want it, where it's like someone gets a beautiful performance and it's like, okay, like they're in there, but it's like we still got 3 more fights left in this division to see how shit plays out, and it's like depending on how people win, and like, you know, it's just like, it just, like, you know, watching it from beginning to end, it just creates so much drama and excitement, and it's like, it's great to see. It's so much fun.
It really is.
So Movlid getting that win secures him the number 3 seed, but he's up against the fucking young buck Gabriel Braga, moves to 11-0 after another first round KO to Marlon Moraes,
and it was beautiful. Like,
Braga,
like in just terms of like his technique and like the way he was going about it, like it was beautiful. But God, it sucks seeing Marlon get knocked out.
Bro. Like what was he, 11-0 in World Series of Fighting? Defended the belt like 5 times. And then just comes to the UFC, loses to fucking Rafael Assunção in his debut match, which he was ranked like 3 at the time, loses, I think, a split decision. So it's just like no shame in that. And then
he beats John Dodson in a split decision, knocks out Aljo, knocks out Jimmy Rivera, chokes out Rafael Assunção in the rematch. And then
the fucking
has the Henry Cejudo fight.
Yeah, loses to Henry Cejudo, and it just like all goes fucking
beat
downhill.
Jose, which on
was like a questionable split decision.
Everyone thought that Jose won that fight. It's so much to the point where Jose got a title shot against Piotr Jan after that loss. Like it's
an interim title shot.
Wasn't it Piotr?
I'm pretty sure.
Or no, it was vacant. Vacant, I think.
Vacant. You're right.
But so it's just like, and then
but then goes on a straight 7 streak knockout loss, like
that might, because I mean, I know fucking like what BJ Penn had 8 or 9 losses in a row, but every single one of them finishes like a knockout? Like I don't know, this honestly might be the greatest, like the biggest fall from grace, and like
seriously, because wheel kick from Corey, punches from Rob, ground and pound from Merab, uppercut from Song Yadong, overhand right to ground strikes from Shaman Morais, leg kicks from Brandon Lognane, and then this straight right to hammer fist from fucking Gabriel Braga. Like,
yeah,
just crazy, straight back to back to back to back knockouts.
Enough.
And this is just in the past 3 years. This is literally just from 2020 to 2023. This man has been knocked out 7 times.
Yeah.
Or, well, the one was leg kicks, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's...
Like, finished 7 times.
It's just so sad.
The lost streak you're talking about, Jimmy with a BJ Penn, he only got finished 3 times. Twice by KO TKO, and then once by heel hook by
Ryan Hall.
Rodriguez.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, no.
Ryan Hall, right?
Yeah, Ryan Hall. I forgot Yair was down there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Ryan Hall one sucked.
Yeah, that was... But, like, yeah, so it's...
And
I know Renan Barao also had, like, a terrible fall from grace, but I still
yeah.
don't think it was as many knockouts as this. Like, it's just...
But at least he finally retired.
Yeah, and that was just such an emotional retirement, too. Like, he, you know, just saying, like, yeah, just being, like, he went to the UFC and did that, but, like, he felt back at home in the PFL because, you know, formerly a World Series of Fighting, and so he was just happy to be there and to, like, you know, finish his career there, and yeah, that... Oh, man, it's just... That was just so sad. That was a rough one to watch. But
it was.
Fucking, like you said, Gabriel Braga, like, that right hand just fucking folded him. Like, that was just so vicious. Earns himself the number 2 spot, like, in the playoffs. And yeah, he's gonna be fighting Movlid Hablayev, 2 undefeated fighters. That's gonna be a fucking fight.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and from the limited exposure I have to Braga, it looks like, generally speaking, it's going to be that classic striker versus grappler matchup. So
yeah, it's... Oh man, that's going to be good. But yeah, that featherweight bracket,
just beautiful fights all around this time.
That's gonna be a fun,
like, a fun bracket.
It's just so crazy too, because coming out of like all the first fights, you know, we're just like, what 170 is the one to watch, you know, basically everyone getting finishes, and then after this, we're just it's kind of like, damn, 145 might be the one.
They showed out this week.
Yeah, they really flipped that shit around
this week. Because that first PFL card with all these, with the light heavyweights and the featherweights, did not impress.
Yeah, no, like I said, only Brendan got the finish. Everyone else getting decision wins.
Martin Hamlet also got a finish on that card. He got that.
But we're just talking about 145.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just talking about that card in general.
Oh yeah. Because 205, they showed out tonight too. But at the top 205 fight on that card, Martin Hamlet versus Sam K. Kai, I don't fucking know, but holy fuck, that was terrible.
Right, going into this, Sam was 8-7, Martin 11-4, just doing good.
Yeah, 11-4.
He got the finish last time, you know, you just...
First round face crank on the dude, and he tried that this fight. He was trying to just crank that in the first round, but Sam was just... He was
too focused on it.
That prevent defense, he was just like, nuh-uh, not doing it. And then he was just shimmy, just find his way down, just get up out of the fucking back control. And that was like the first 2 rounds, and then it was like fucking Sam just trying to bring a fight to him, but not really doing anything in the 3rd round. And that was just
wasn't the fight I expected.
Also, question: did Martin even throw a single right hand in the 3rd round?
They were talking about it. He might have hurt his shit. I don't know. I don't think so at all.
I saw him like throw it once or something. Like
it was just not good.
It was not a good fight.
But he got that first round finish, and you know, the first fight gets a UD in the second one, so he earns himself that number 2 spot, and earning himself the number 3 spot. Coming into the fucking the regular season fights, you know, trying to get the points on short notice. Motherfucking Impa Kasanganay.
Let's fucking go.
Gets a second round arm triangle choke over Tim Karen. It was just a good performance for him, just dominant grappling, and man, it's just crazy, just coming off, like, you know, I feel like the biggest noteworthy thing for him is, like, getting that loss to Joaquin Buckley, just that crazy spinning kick, and just comes into the PFL moving up to 205, where you have Joaquin Buckley moving down to 170, and he's just been doing good. Just been doing the damn thing. 3 wins this year already, like.
No, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and because honestly, going into this card, if you were to tell me that after the wins, it was gonna be Impa versus Martin, I wouldn't be like, Martin he just runs over him,
Exactly, but
it's
after the last 2 performances, it's like.
Yeah.
And it's like if Martin hurt his hand too, he's gonna be coming in like recovering, like that's gonna be a rough like trying to get through a camp and like fighting off that like. I'm gonna favor Impa in that one.
Hell yeah.
100%.
Which is just crazy because he's 1 fight away, like to being in $1 million fight. You know what I mean? Which that's just awesome for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna end up being Impa versus Josh.
Yeah,
and that's gonna be quite a fight.
Because opening up that main card, that was just sad to see.
It was.
No one wanted that. Josh didn't want that.
No.
We didn't want that.
You saw for the second it happened how concerned Josh was and how he just wanted to help him because just on a takedown, Josh went for the takedown on Delon, right?
Yeah.
And Delon just like, however he landed on him, popped something in his knee, like just.
And you've seen, like, on the replay, like, when the foot just sprung out, it just looked like rubber for a second as it was just moving around, and, oh, man, it was...
No, yeah, it sucks to see, because it was like, Josh really didn't even get to do anything either. Like, neither guy really got to show anything, because it happened so early.
Yeah.
So it's like, for Josh, it probably doesn't even really feel like a win-win. You know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah, that's you're just going for a takedown and you just fuck the dude's leg. You know what I mean? That's like
right. You're just like, damn, that's not what I wanted to happen. Like, I wanted to beat you up, but not like injure you and possibly have to make you go through surgery. Like, especially on just like a fluke thing like that. Like I said, you saw immediately like him just like sitting there holding his leg. Like, are you okay? Just trying to help him. Walking out with him, just patting his back, like he just yeah. So I mean, it secured him that first round finish, but in a way nobody wanted.
Because with that 2 first round finishes gets him 12 points. I don't think I've ever seen someone going into the fucking playoff with 12 points since I started watching in 2021. That's that just no fucking damage at all in that fight. You know what I mean? So
yeah, exactly. So.
It sucks.
He's going into the next fight. Beautiful.
It sucks exactly, but it's best case scenario.
Beautiful.
You know what I mean? It's literally best case scenario. And
because going in, you're number 1 facing number 4. That's always good, and theoretically you should be coming in fresh and not too banged up, but
because that
practice can be a bitch.
That number 4 spot for Ty Flores. Missing weight, had just such a tough fight with fucking Dan Spahn. Like, that was...
Josh is gonna run over him.
Yeah, he's probably getting another first round finish, honestly.
Yeah, he weighed in at 211. Like, that's insane.
Missing weight by 5 pounds. Like, that was just not good. Not what you want to see at all. And I mean, he grinds out the decision win, so, gets 6 points, ends up in there, but... yeah, that's looking like easy money for Josh fucking Silveira.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying it's kind of just looking like a Josh versus Impa, and that's going to be a great fight.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be some good shit. Let's go. But yeah, PFL, that's going to wrap it up really. Missed the first 2 opening fights on the card, but yeah, just a great fight night overall. Just motherfucking PFL doing the damn thing, and they're gonna be needing a lot of good fight nights like this if they're gonna want to keep on with getting more money in and fucking because with some of their expenses on some of their fights coming up soon, they're gonna need that money for sure.
Oh, 100%. Like, Jesus.
But that's gonna bring us to another fight promotion that has questionable expenses going on. One champion.
Mind your business. They're doing the thing.
One championship. Let's go. One fight, night 11, Amazon Prime. I love their Amazon Prime cards. They're always so good. The fighters always show out. Just great fights overall. But in the main event, we had Regine Ursul versus Dmitry Menshikov for Ursul's 155 Muay Thai belt. He's the Muay Thai and kickboxing lightweight champion. So I mean that's some pretty cool shit. Pretty sure he's 10-0 now in one. Mostly decision wins, and he just floored this dude 46 seconds into the first round.
Early.
It was just
because I think he got in his debut in one. He got a finish. Then it was all decisions up until his last fight, but that was in kickboxing. So then his last fight in Muay Thai, he got the 4th round hook to the body, and then now this. So it's his 3rd finish in one, but.
But yeah, that he just landed like, and especially watching it on the replay, it just looked like such a nothing shot. Like it just barely clipped him right on the forehead, but he just went down. You saw him trying to get up, just stumbling around, and the ref was like, "Yeah, nah, this shit's just over. It's done."
Yeah, you're right. It was crazy. I totally forgot about that just with all the fights, but yeah, like it really looked like just such a little baby shot. Like he was just still feeling things out. It's 40 seconds in. Like it's not like he just went in there throwing crazy trying to get him out early. He was just kind of touching him real quick and
just looking to feel stuff out, see what he was giving him, you know, and
he tried standing up for that count and he was just out. He couldn't. The ref was like, "It's over. This man is barely on his feet right now."
Yeah. But, and I mean, he said in the post-fight interview that he's trying to, you know, just go for legacy, and he wants to defend the Muay Thai and kickboxing belt 5 times each, and, I mean, shit, that'd be a pretty damn cool thing to do. Just 2 sport champion defending both belts, like, simultaneously 5 times. Yeah,
he could do it.
Yeah, fighting out of Suriname, so it's definitely representing that shit right now, because the only big fighter that I know I'm pretty sure Tyron Spong's actually out of Suriname as well. But I know Jairzinho Rosenstruck is.
I was about to say.
He's definitely been on a skid sliding down in UFC, so you got motherfucking Ursul in one holding that shit down. But yeah, I was just so happy just being able to watch him fight live for the first time, and it was such a nothing fight, but good for him though. Whole main event. Submission grappling lightweight championship, motherfucking K. Ruotulobek, and that was a good ass fight. Most of the guys that are like challenging for the belts, I really don't know shit about, but Tommy Laniker just really gave Cade all he could handle. Just the leg lock fucking the scrambles with it was just crazy. There were so many times they were in positions where I'm just like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on, who's grabbing what, but
they were pretzeled up so many times. I didn't know whose leg was who, like.
But yeah, and because with like one submission grappling, how it's scored, it's 1 10-minute round, whoever gets a submission, you know, wins, or it's the most like legitimate submission attempts, and they call it catches. And it was like within the first, 2 minutes or so, Tommy got a catch on him. And from then on, Cade was just hunting, just looking to grab something. And it wasn't until there were probably like 2 minutes left where he finally got one of his own.
Yeah, like it was like 2-3 minutes left and he finally got that catch. And we were like, oh, thank God. Like he tied it because, he was defending his defending his belt. And it was tough for him. It was just, they ended up, getting one catch each, but Cade was definitely on the hunt way more. Like, not that they weren't both active, but he was just looking for more, doing more, being the aggressor in it. So the decision went to him, and it was so good.
It was just, one submission grappling is just, I feel like they got a really good rule set for grappling to just make sure that it is fun. And because that's really the whole thing with one, is they're all just trying to, like, their rule set, it's just like to promote like activity and damage and just going, you know, like after finish. So it's just, it really just does make for more fun fights. But I know you didn't watch the fight night, Ginger, which is just crazy because you can watch it. But, you know, we'll just leave it at that. But nah, you also had Super Bomb back on the card. He got a fucking beautiful head kick in the second round. That shit was nasty.
Yeah.
Just slept fucking Typhoon and
absolutely
Typhon.
I did catch this highlight on Twitter because, oh my God, that just lead head kick
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah, Superbon's good. He's just always good fun. Because, yeah, he was the kickboxing champion, was undefeated and won, but then lost to Awazov in his last fight out, and so, yeah, he just...
Came back, got this, and called for that again.
Yup, he's like, give me that shit, so, yeah.
Let me get my belt.
Definitely down to see that rematch, for sure. And other than that, though, just good performances overall throughout the one card. Just a lot of fun fights. The only one, like, that I'll bring up, fucking Hugh Young and Sung Hoon Woo. God damn, that was a crazy fucking fight.
It really was.
They were both just going fucking after it from the start. Just, yeah, that was just some good shit from them. I am definitely excited to see both of them fight again, for sure. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up one Friday night. Let's go. Always excited. Can't wait to see more from them. And that's gonna bring us to, I'd say, the biggest named event of the weekend. But even on paper, I don't think it was the best event on the weekend. That
definitely not.
No.
UFC 289 in Canada. Oh, Canada. I mean, the Canadian fighters sure... Bless you.
Thank you.
They sure did fucking show out, because
hell yeah.
They had 5 fighters on the card. All of them won, went 5-0. Just some beautiful shit from them.
So I'd say they did the damn thing. Just...
For sure. Definitely a good way to try and boost that Canadian market going again. That. But that main event, though, I am just so thoroughly disappointed in that.
Oh my god.
I just expected so much more from Reine Aldana. I thought she would be able to get the upset. Like, Amanda winning it, if you said Amanda was going to win, okay, like, no surprise there. But just the non-fight that Reine put up against her was just so disappointing. She landed one notable punch in that fight. A right hand in the first round, which was so fucking good as Amanda was overextended on a combo. But what else did she do from there?
It's just funny because Jimmy and I were talking about it, and our feelings are very different. I'm not, like, disappointed in it because I didn't have high hopes for my Reine from the beginning. I just didn't think she was going to win. I didn't think she was going to get the upset, and I didn't think she was going to be, like, doing anything too spectacular. Like, I kind of just expected Amanda to beat her up. Yeah, like, in the beginning when I heard about it, I was like, okay, but then I realized that Arena was 35, and I was like, you know what I mean? If she was maybe 30, different, but I don't know. She's on the end of her career as well at this point anyway. It's just, I was not expecting much, so I'm not disappointed. And, like, realistically, looking at, like, the 35 division, Amanda,
wrap it up.
Because, like, Amanda was really the only person there that's, like, could do anything. She's the hardest hitter. She's doing the best out there. Like, Irene, she got that shot on Macy. She beat Yana, whatever. But, like she's had.
I mean, she did knock the shit out of Caitlin Vieira. Like, she fucking floored her with a left hook.
Yes, but that's in front of people that she's not scared to be in front of. And, with Moreno telling her, like, just, like, let loose, like, just have fun, whatever. Like, maybe she's just, I don't know, maybe she just doesn't have the right mentality to be the champ or go up against those people because she might just be too far in her head. Amanda just came at her right away, didn't give her time to get comfortable, and it was just downhill from there. The second she didn't get time, she never got time. You know what I mean?
No, that is 100% fair. I'm sorry, go with Ginger.
No, I think it's, like, something that I noticed in the Megan Anderson, something I've noticed in, like, the Megan Anderson fight, because, like, same kind of situation. Like, I didn't think Megan was going to win that fight either, but I was like, okay, maybe there's something here, bigger, things like that.
For sure.
The second I saw, like, the video of her walking into the building, I'm like, she's losing in the first round.
Yeah.
Like, you could just see it on her face.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's just like, it's Nunes. Like, that's the thing.
Like, the one thing I'll give to Aldana, she definitely tough as shit because she was eating those shots. But, like...
And that's what made it so frustrating for me, too, as the fight went on. It was because, like, she is literally standing in front of Amanda. Like, it's not like she's running away from her. No, it's not like she was scared, of that power.
You in that.
Because with, like, the Megan Anderson one, like, when that fight started and Amanda hit her with a right hand, the fucking deer in headlights look that fucking Megan Anderson had on her face, it was just like there, she
it was
should
like,
not
get me out of here.
Yeah, she was so unprepared for that type of power. That's not how Irene was. Like, she was in there eating shots. Okay. Like, she was still in front of her. Like,
I wonder if, like, you know how, like, you say the deer in headlights? And, like, how, like, you know, because Megan, like, you know, took the route to run, but what if she got the route of just froze? You know what I mean? But, like, I know it's weird because there were points where she was literally walking Amanda down, and Amanda was on her back foot just swinging at her, but Irene wasn't doing shit. And so it's, like, that's what's weird is the fact that she was still moving forward, but, like, I wonder if it was just, like, a part muscle memory of, like, keep moving, but that deer in headlights of, like, freeze up.
I was just gonna say, honestly, that's very fair, because, like, you know, just, like, the classic, like, yeah, she is, you know, a Mexican boxer, like, so that is, like, her natural thing of, like, okay, just hands up, gotta move forward, and, like, just keep going, you know, but it was, like, I don't know if it was, you know, yeah, maybe it was the power and just not wanting to get clipped with a big shot,
but
or
not
the
having
threat
it
of
in
the
her to
takedowns
move away,
as well,
like...
you know, and so she just wasn't throwing, but yeah, it really was just disappointing from Irene, but we, like, you know, with all of that, all of the fucking cheers to Amanda Nunes, because as soon as that fight started, just smacked her with the toes right to the body, just digging those in, landing big leg kicks, like, just right out on that range, just making her uncomfortable, not giving her that boxing fight, just, yeah, it was...
just toying with her, going for the leg, just dropping her, but not following through. Just kept kicking her, punching her a little bit. It literally
looked like Whitto, she was just laughing at her. Like, she would just grab the leg,
she
just
had a
toss
smile
her,
on her
and
face
just
the whole time. And then it was like the second round, she picked it up a little bit more. The third round, she picked it up a little bit more. Fourth and fifth round, she was just fucking her up. Like,
and
just straight up, just fucking her up.
By the end, gets the unanimous decision, 2 50-44s, a 50-43, and just afterwards puts both the belts down, lays her gloves down in the middle, ends up retiring. And I saw the video this morning. It was just so great because, like, during, like, while we were watching it, I was kind of upset that she didn't do, like, the grab the two belts and, like, run around the cage, you know? I was just like, damn. But then afterwards, I saw a video where she had, like, a beer in her hand and she was just skipping and running around and just
pouring it on her head and just
and then fucking, like, she did that and then she was just, like, dancing a little bit, and then her daughter came out and was just jumping around and clapping and dancing.
I love Amanda. Like,
yeah,
I was so happy for her.
It was,
you know, she got her belt back. She defended it, and she's like, you know what else is there to do? And respectfully.
Yeah, because to just real quick, because her, like, since the loss to fucking Kat Zingano, that's when she had, like, the real, like, career turning shit. 2015, beat Shanna Baszler, who was just a longtime vet, big name at that point in like women's MMA. Sarah McMahon, same thing, gets a win over Valentina Shevchenko, Miesha Tate, Ronda Rousey, Valentina Shevchenko, Raquel Pennington, Chris Cyborg to become the double champ, Holly Holm, Jermaine Durandamy in the rematch, Felicia Spencer, Megan Anderson, ends up losing to Juliana Pena, which, coming off of COVID, coming off a layoff, there was so many things into that, did not look like herself at all. Absolutely smashes her in the rematch, and then just made Irene Aldana look like she should have never even been there with her. An overall record of 16-2 in the UFC. Just a fucking legend, man. Just absolutely beautiful. Like, goddamn, the only fighter in UFC history to beat all former champions in their division. That
Amanda's just a beast. She's
like,
so it's sad to see her go, but she's honestly done everything you can, and with the way 35, like, where 35 is at now, this was the last thing she needed to do, you know, just get one more win, one more defense, and she didn't even have to, but I know she wanted to, and
she's made so much money, like, for sure. Like, she's got fucking, you know, like, Nina and the baby now. Like, she's just trying to do, like, she's got just way more things. Exactly. And so it's like, there is absolutely nothing left, and it's just goddamn, just an honor to fucking, old, you know, like, just an honor to see her fight in her career. It's just absolutely amazing. By far, like, it, 100%. I feel like there's, I don't know, you could argue maybe Chris Cyborg, you know, for, like, greatest female fighter of just all time, like, generally, you know what I mean? But, like, Amanda Nunes, like she's made that fucking hard to fight, you know what I mean? And especially just UFC in general, no one is ever gonna like surpass her credentials in the UFC. Like,
oh no,
it's just beautiful. But with all of that happiness, she leaves us with dog shit in this fucking division. And that's why I say wrap it up now. Because I'm telling you, the vacant title fight... Well, I mean, I did see that Rocky, like, tweeted that, like, she got the, like... She tweeted that she got the fight against, like, Juliana for the title. But, I mean... So maybe that is the right thing that should happen, but I don't know why I just feel like we're getting Juliana Pena versus Holly Holm for that title. I just have that feeling. I just do. But
you know what? If that fight does happen, I will be Holly Holm's biggest fan that fucking night. Oh my fucking god.
The one time you'll ever root for Holly Holm to win a fight.
Because Jesus fucking Christ. Juliana Pena, just, oh my god.
Brad, I honestly don't even want to talk about
No, I'm not
her.
even going to bring up her, like, bullshit. It just... the only tweet I want to even bring up is someone tweeted this, and I agree with it wholeheartedly. Juliana Pena is officially the most annoying fighter in the UFC. No questions asked.
I can agree with that.
I can agree because I think I saw the same thing and they were like, or maybe it was the comments under it because people were like, yeah, because at least with Colby Covington, it's an act, but Juliana's really just like this. And I was like, oh, that's true.
Yeah, because like, to just even try and like, say that Amanda retired because she's scared of that trilogy, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, just...
Like, Juliana, who the fuck are you?
You got fucking subbed by Jermaine Durand to me. Shut the fuck up, please.
Right, because it's like, you know, everyone always wants to call things an excuse, like with Amanda, and like, you know, with Amanda's loss, and not just with that, but like with people in general. And what's the difference between an excuse and a reason? And the only difference is people's like willingness to empathize with the situation. Yeah. Because respectfully, with Amanda's win streak, with her layoff and getting COVID's a real thing that really have long-lasting effects for certain people. And if she was really down and out because of that, she did not look like Amanda. I fucking believe her.
Shit, Hamza was out for a while when he got COVID. Yeah. Cody fucking Garbrandt said that shit fucked him up for a while.
And that's what I'm saying, you know? So it's like she came back and proved how much better she was than Juliana. So how could you hold that over her head? Like, you just want to talk shit, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like... Shut the fuck up. Talking about, oh, it's just an excuse. It's just an excuse. Then tell me, where are the reasons? Like,
because if anything, like, why the fuck didn't you show up tonight then, huh? Where the fuck were you?
Right,
because this was your fight.
Because, you got an injury sounds like an excuse.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like...
Because I'll give it to her. Injuries are real things, but if you want to act like that, then shit, it's just an excuse. If you're such a world-class fighter, you should have been out there anyway.
Was it ever disclosed what the excuse was? What the injury
was? A rib injury.
The excuse was. What's your fucking excuse?
A rib injury.
Okay.
Oh, my riblets. Yeah, get the fuck up on out of here, all right? Like, come on now.
Come on now.
But yeah, I just hope if it is Pena Rocky, if it is Pena Holly, whoever it is, please just send her packing and just so we don't ever have to deal with this again. Because, like, goddamn, this just needs to be over and done with.
Hell, fuck it, Valentina, don't even go for the rematch at 125. Just move up to 135.
Bro, I had that
division.
Like,
you could run that division.
I had that thought because, like, I saw a tweet where, you know, someone was just like, "Oh, everyone at 135 is just like so happy that like Amanda's gone," and then like I just thought
Valentina just moves up.
It's like Valentina beat everyone other than Amanda. So, that would be hilarious. But. Yeah, just overall, just great for Amanda, though. Just happy to see her do the damn thing. She deserves to just fucking ride off into the sunset, fucking double strapped up, and just, just
go live her life.
Amazing, just a legend. But in that co-main event, another motherfucking legend, because holy fuck, it's been a while since I felt so much pure joy to see someone win.
Y'all... Even now, just thinking of it, in my fucking heart, I was so happy.
Oliveira,
so happy. He looked so good.
dismantled Dariush in the first round. I mean, it like, you know, they got clinched up pretty quick early on, tried to pull guard, and when he did that, my heart fucking like sank of just, why in the fuck are you going to let him just fresh get the top position on you? Like, that was but end up back up on the feet. He was good to go, and he just fucking smashed him with that head kick. Just that shit through the guard, hurt him bad, fouled it up, just drops him, and yeah, just got on top, ground and pound, and it just sucks for poor Benny, because like, just trying to do everything he can to get himself into a title shot, and just, you know, never getting the fucking easy road, you know what I mean? And
yeah, 34 years old now, just fighting Charles, ends up losing. It's like,
yeah, that's,
I don't see a road back to a potential fight for the belt. Like, it's,
yeah, he would really have to put, like, just top wins together, you know what I mean? And it's just...
No, yeah, because even with, like, that getting hurt and stuff, like, you've seen it, like, the head kick came, Charles followed it through, then when he went to his back, like, you saw it on his face. He just wasn't there. He wanted to get out of there, couple punches in, and the ref called it, but, like, you could see he was upset, but he wasn't upset that the fight was called. He was upset that it went that way, because he knew he was out of there. It was just done for him once he hit the ground. Like,
bro, I don't know what kind of fucking Brazilian steroids Oliveira started doing these last couple years, because like, when he fucking hits these dudes, it's just different. Like, because even Gaethje said, like, he said it fucking felt like he was like licking a battery, like, just the shock of, like, he was just like, I have no fucking idea what that shit was. Like, and like, yeah, like you said, with the look on Benny's face, it looked like he just got hit and was like, what the fuck just happened to me?
No,
like,
literally.
Oh my god, Oliveira, man,
Man's just really put together his striking. Cause
I want to just pull, because I know that brings him to 22 wins inside the UFC overall. 20 finishes in the UFC, standing at the top, got 3 above Jim Miller, which, I mean, shit, with how Jim Miller's been fighting, he might be able to catch up there. But 16 submission wins at the top for Oliveira, 19 total fight night bonuses, brings him above Cowboy. One bonus away from making $1 million just in fight night bonuses. Just
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, fucking like, yeah, and those are just, like, you know, the fucking overall UFC records that he holds now. He's got fucking records for, like, finishes and submissions and lightweight and featherweight, and just, this dude is just a fucking money-making machine. Like, kill or be killed all the fucking way for Oliveira. And, oh man, just a fucking legend in the making. Absolutely beautiful. And we got to see that rematch with fucking Islam. Like, it's just...
it has 100%. To happen. Even Dana said it.
Yeah.
Even Dana said it, but there are some people on Twitter who are saying, okay, Justin Gaethje Dustin just became a number 1 contender this fight. And I'm sitting here like, didn't Oliveira beat both those guys?
Yes.
Yup.
Like...
Yeah, it's...
just not that long ago. I feel like it makes more sense.
Like, what? It's... Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, that is not the... You can let him have it after. You know what I mean? Like,
no, exactly. Like,
or have the winner fight Connor for the title shot.
All they've been doing is fighting each other anyway. Like, just, Charles, go do it.
Yeah. And, if he's able to get that belt back, oh my fucking god.
Oh my god.
I'll be so happy for him.
Yeah.
And I just hope that
100%.
Islam just decides to move up.
Yeah. Man. But yeah, just an amazing performance. Just Oliveira fucking showing out, and also showing out that featured bout, motherfucking Mike Malott. What a way for him to just, for, like, you know, the less Canadian on the card fighting. Everyone else won. He said it himself that, like, he couldn't be the one to drop the ball. And goddamn, he definitely showed out. And that fucking crowd for him, like, that was...
They went crazy.
Yeah, he got a real home crowd reception for that. That was just awesome to see for him.
You know what? I will, like, I'm sorry, because I know that we're past this, but so did Charles, and that was fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That was fucking great. I loved that for him. But
Dana even said in the post-fight that he was just like, it was like you were in fucking Brazil with how the crowd, like, greeted Oliveira.
Yeah.
Like...
Just amazing. But anyway, sorry.
The crowd gave Mike Malott such an ovation that they, kind of broke the railing.
So that was the Mike Malott fight. I was gonna say it after we were talking, but I
It just
couldn't remember.
It fits so well right there. Just because
that was so funny.
That shit was so fun.
It could have gone.
He's just walking forward, and the camera's facing him, and you just see the people falling down behind him.
That could have gone so badly. Like, imagine I think it would be the first time in UFC history, as the fighter is making his walk, getting injured and cannot fight.
It's funny because it was definitely a few weeks ago. Like, I brought that up when it's like we be watching way too many fights for like one day. There's gonna be someone like during the walkout gets injured and like.
Okay, but what a crazy way to get injured! The fucking
that would have been hilarious.
Thing collapses and fans fall on top of you.
I just pulled back that Twitch clip, for like saying that, and then just showed that fucking happening. Oh man, but yeah.
But no, yeah. He Mike Malott just comes out, lands a I distinctly remember this, just lands a body kick. Adam did not like that at all. And I'm saying you're like, oh, this is about to be a fast one.
Yep, I thought I was
finish this.
I thought I was gonna be like 100% with that first round KO for Mike Malott. I was like, let's go. But fucking goddamn Adam just being tough as dog shit in there, just hanging through that first round.
Right, for why?
Yeah.
For why? For qué?
But yeah, and then second round gets the fucking guillotine choke on him, and just just 10 wins in his pro career, 10 finishes. Let's fucking go. Just beautiful for Mike Malott.
Beautiful.
Oh, but do you know what was not beautiful? Nate the Train.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nate the Train.
What is he, 35 years old he is, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't the train didn't get derailed, but it sure got hijacked.
Yeah, because he just looks slow to start. We were kind of talking about before, I feel like there were so many people on this card. I don't know what the fuck was going on in Canada, but they just did not show up. They just looked off. They looked slow. I don't know what the
Canada's fire and air quality throwing them off.
I don't know, but yeah, Dan Ige just beat the fucking dog shit out of Nate. Just knocked him down a few times, landing bombs on him, and just honestly outclassed him. That was just real good work for 50K Ige.
It was, and that was the thing. I had Ige winning, but I had it being a KO TKO just because we talk about people having just stupid power for no reason. Dan Ige at 145 is one of them.
No, yeah, definitely.
And so it's I thought he was going to get a couple times during the fight. I'm like, okay, it's going to be over. There were times when Nate went down, I'm like, he's completely unconscious. And then he just gets back up, throws a fucking flying knee as Ige's trying to come in.
Yeah, I know that.
What are you made of?
Fucking Tennessee power, brother. But yeah, it just... Great win for Dan, terrible loss for Nate, and just trying to make that bump into the top 15. Like I said, at 35 years old, it's just probably not going to get much higher up from here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Opening up that pay-per-view, that was not a pay-per-view opener. It did end up being a pretty fun fight, but this card just on paper, it really was just what are we doing here? You know what I mean?
It was so we have the champ fight and a really good co-main, a great co-main.
Yeah.
And then regular fight night.
It was a fight night with a championship post-lim about, you know what I mean? It was it was very solid. But yeah, Marc-Andre Barriault gets the unanimous decision win over Eric Anders. You know, nothing too crazy, but the fucking bad luck does not stop going. 2 months later, 2 headbutts in a row for Chris Curtis.
Yeah, that shit was just so disappointing. And I feel bad for Nasruddin too, because he was doing good. He was winning that fight. He was easily going to get that win. And then just, another accidental clash of heads for Chris. And it just, it sucks because Chris just, he fucked up, and he definitely didn't do it on purpose, but like he's just sitting, he's like, yo, like hold on, I just need more time, I can't see. And he's like, wait, no, like I just need a second. Like you could tell immediately he regretted saying that, because the second you say you can't see,
they're not
the fight's over.
Done.
Like the
Don't
ref
matter
gave
how
him
much
as much time as possible, but that opened up a big gash right above his eye. I'm sure he couldn't see. Like just really, really bad luck.
Yeah, it just so unfortunate. It just fucking happens with fucking Kelvin Gastelum, and now Nasruddin. It's just, and then fucking, like you said, it just sucks for Nasruddin too, because coming off that loss to Sean Strickland, just trying to get back in, you know, like with the top 15 win, and like was looking great in that fight, and just
looking so good. I mean, at least it shouldn't hurt him, you know what I mean? So that's
sure.
like the one good thing, but it just sucks because he doesn't get that win.
Exactly.
It just stalls it out for a little bit is the thing. It's just like he could have gotten so much momentum just by being Chris Curtis, just because then you have, you know, all right, everyone ahead of you now you can fight, and now it's just like
right, for sure. But I mean, he's only 27 years old. It made it into a little into the second round. Like people saw how good he was doing, so I'm sure he'll get another fight up there to show that. I don't think it should take too much time for it to happen. So it shouldn't slow it down too much. It just sucks overall, though.
No, yeah, exactly. I'm just saying, like, it's one of those things where it just kind of helps stall it out, because like people are like, they're gonna remember, like they'll always see, like, you know, the 1-0 contest, but they won't remember the context of it.
Yeah.
So eventually, like, you know, 3 months down the line when he, you know, gets rebooked or something, or a couple months down the line, people are just gonna be like, yeah, but he went to a no contest with Chris Curtis.
Yeah.
And no one's gonna remember the context. So that's kind of the reason I'm saying that.
No, yeah, that's true.
And it's not so much like, in terms of like him getting booked for a fight isn't what I mean by stalling. I just mean like his momentum is being stalled.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure. 100%. But I mean, the prelims, a lot of decisions. It was crazy how many decisions were going on, actually. All unanimous decisions as well.
At least there was no wacky calls.
That's true.
We had a whole
there really wasn't.
card of fights and not a single bad call.
I tried to hope for some wacky calls.
But
they didn't give them to me. I was very upset.
You sure did.
The judges very much let me down and did their job tonight, which, I mean, most nights I would like that, but I was kind of hoping for that tonight.
We'll get to why. But the one knockout on the prelims.
Motherfucker Ayman Zahabi, almost a year-long layoff, does not be fighting, like, often at all. 35 years old, has 6 fights in the UFC, but she just starched Arichi Lang. The fucking Mongolian murderer got just shut out.
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah, that was just nasty.
Queen. It's just, oh my god, picture perfect.
Yeah,
it really was.
It was funny because it was just no, like I was telling you earlier, where you know, watching it live, we were just like talking, you know, I wasn't really paying attention, but then I just looked up at the fight and all I saw was that left hand land and just him go down, and I was like, oh shit, like, all right, I guess, you know, minute 4 seconds in, that's all it took. But yeah, Canadians showing out for sure.
Oh yeah,
someone else showing out in their UFC motherfucking debut.
My God.
Flyweight division, 8 days notice against number 10 ranked David Dvorak, motherfucking Steve Erceg.
Yeah.
Yo, this dude is good.
Yeah.
He's good.
It's another one of those people like Diego Lopez where, I mean, Diego lost, but, you know, he came in, he just, short notice, looked really good, like, just someone to keep your eye out for sure.
Yeah,
just 100%. What a beautiful way to make your debut.
Lighting Dvorak up on the feet, not letting him get shit done in the grappling. It was just beautiful. Like, if that's how you look against number 10 on 8 days notice, bruh, give him fucking 8 weeks against a fucking top 10 dude. Like,
oh my God.
Because that's the thing, like, you know, with Steve, it's funny because majority of his wins are submissions. He has 1 knockout, a few decisions, but everything else is just chokes, you know, just subs. So I didn't think that Dvorak was going to be able to sub him. I thought that he'd be able to grind out a decision, but Steve looked so good on the feet too.
Yeah.
Like, he definitely has good striking, and I guess just, you know, grappling is his thing, but he's like, hey, I'll go toe to toe with you though.
Nah, yeah. And because, you know, like, yeah, because he's 5'9" with a 68.5-inch reach, where David Dvorak is 5'5" with a 68-inch reach. So David's got long ass arms for his little, like, short body, but 4 inches taller. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, and he did just look a lot bigger in there. And shit, let's go though, Steve Erceg. I'm definitely excited to see what he can do at 125.
Oh my God.
Just keep stacking them up, UFC. I love it. You fucked up real bad a few years back trying to fuck this division, so now you gotta make up for it and get some motherfucking monsters in here.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. But that's gonna wrap up the UFC card. UFC 289 from Vancouver, Canada. Let's go. But alright, I don't even want to do this. This was just awful.
Bro, Tapology went crazy this week.
It was awful all around.
It was funny because first, so we all send in our picks and stuff, and I'm like, oh, we all got Maria Oliveira by decision in the first fight. And then she loses the decision. And I'm like, oh, wow, what a way to start that. And in the Tapology group, everyone had her, so no one got any points for that. They're just like, okay. And then I look.
Fair enough.
And everyone's got David Dvorak going. And I'm just like, okay.
Okay.
And then, as we said, he loses, and everyone in the Tapology group still 0 points. And then the next two fights, all of us still had the same people.
No, I'm pretty sure.
At least
yeah, like us three.
Yeah, like us three.
Yeah.
First four people all had the same, and all of us got it wrong. Started 0-4 on the night.
Yeah.
I think in the Tapology group at that point, the four-way tie for first had one pick right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it just really did not get much crazier from there.
It didn't get better for you, because from there is when it started to get better for me, because I got the.
Well, that's why I said not much crazier.
Yeah, I was about to say, it started
because
getting better for me and Katie.
Well, because overall, Kate ends up winning again. 8 weeks in a row. Just crazy. You got 5 out of 11 picks right. Less than 50%.
Yeah.
Not good. And then Ginger.
I win.
Ginger got 4 out of 11, right? Pretty terrible.
Yeah.
And me, I didn't score a single point until the featured bout with Mike Malott getting 3 out of 11 right.
It was so fucking funny because, like I said, I got the points with Jasmine, and then going into the sixth fight,
Ginger too.
But I know that she did. So then going into the sixth fight was Nasruddin versus Chris, and Nasruddin was looking good. Jimmy had Nasruddin, so did I. So we're like, okay, just like solid, like finally Jimmy's gonna get some points. And then the no contest, and we were like, yo, bro, no way. Next fight, I had Mark, he had Eric, I got that. Nate, Dan got it. And then finally, that 3 in a row, Mike, Charles, and Amanda. But yo.
I should have went with this fucking safe pick of Nunes. That.
So funny.
A legendary dog shit night in Tapology.
Yeah.
300 points for Kate, got her first out of us.
I only had 300 points?
Yes.
Of my 3 picks, I did not predict a fight to go in the way in any part right at all.
Yeah.
I had Mike Malott, first round KO TKO. He got a second round sub. Charles Oliveira, second round sub. Got first round KO TKO. Amanda Nunes, third round submission. Gets the decision. A solid 50 points for each of my 3 wins.
Yeah, that was really funny.
What's hilarious? Somehow, here's the problem. Jimmy.
Canada doesn't like me. I've talked too much shit.
Look, Jimmy, here's what went wrong, right? Oliveira, the card that was sent to Oliveira and Mike Malott got switched, which is why they got the opposite outcomes that you wanted.
Yeah, that was what a week in Tapology. What a way to start. Just 0-4 start for all 3 of us was just so funny.
Yeah.
And then by the time that fucking Dan Ige won, I was just like, everyone else is losing. I was like, Adam's winning, Benny's winning, or Rene's winning. I was like, there's just no other way. I was like, I'm just getting everything wrong this week. Oh man,
that would have been incredible.
The only reason I thought Mike Malott would lose was because we all had him picked. Me, you, Katie, my dad. We
Jimmy
all had
called
him
that
picked.
out during it too. He was like, "Damn, he's the last Canadian to have to fight. He's gonna shit the bed. Everyone's picked him. Like he's absolutely cursed."
There's too much like there.
Just thinking about him, just like Oliveira's 0-4, getting finished all times in Canada. He's about to get
every time had snow. Canada's on fire, and so is Charles. Let's go.
I know. It really was funny that he's just like, every time I've been here, it's been snowy. It's nice, sunny, and beautiful. It's a new fucking Canada. It's a new Oliveira.
He's just like, oh shit, this feels like Brazil. It's nice and sunny out.
But yeah, what a week in Tapology, though. Just, yeah, it would be amazing for that to get topped. I don't think that'll ever happen of us doing so bad to start it. And like,
no.
Don't speak too soon. Anything can happen.
The funny thing is, the last 2 pay-per-views we have done dog shit on. All around.
Bro, I don't know, like, I should have been doing this like a year and a half ago. My picks overall were so much better then. I don't know why. But just recently, I just can't predict fights for shit.
It's because I've taken the power.
I'm too invested. I think that's what it is. I don't know, but either way, Let's go. Another week in Tapology. We got to do something, Ginger. We can't let Kate just keep on going like this.
Bro, at this point, I don't even know what's going on.
At this point, I'm about to just start sabotaging you and just like logging into your account after you make your picks and changing them. I just feel like that's the only thing to be done at this point.
Jimmy, that's not possible because I do them within the last like hour to 2 hours of it happening. And the laptop's in front of me. So
as soon as you do it, I'll just be like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom.
And you're gonna take the laptop with you?
No, I'll just sign it on your...
You don't know my password and all of that. I could guess. Oh, no.
I got like 4 tries. Oh, man. But yeah, let's go. That's gonna bring us into some fight news and announcements. We got some pretty good fights lined up heading into it.
Yeah.
But first one, unofficial, rumored bout. Motherfucking Rob Font versus Song Yadong, UFC 292.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like that fight.
Oh man, that would be a good one.
Yeah, that needs to get official real soon.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Just
Rob Font in Boston too. You know what I mean? You know he's gonna be fucking hyped as shit for that. He's gonna be trying to put on a performance, and Song is just such a good fighter. I'm just always excited to see either one of them fight. Honestly.
Whoever wins that fight is 100% set up to fight someone in the top 5.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
No questions asked.
For sure.
Song's still like Corey.
Well, they're trying to do fucking Corey versus Umar, so.
Really?
Yeah, I seen that a bit ago. That was rumored.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of things rumored about that. I'm saying here like.
I saw that a while ago, but I didn't realize that was still a thing. I thought that it was just.
I know.
I mean, I just feel like the UFC is just really trying to get Umar into a big fight, so it's like, if like Corey is trying to get a fight because he's not going to be Corey would rather fight someone below him to keep him active instead of like just sitting out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it's very possible that could end up happening. But like you said, they definitely deserve someone in the top 5 for sure.
No, yeah, those two definitely would.
Another bout head into Boston though. The return of Chris Weidman versus Brad Tavares. I am so scared for this because Chris Weidman has got to stop saying that he wants to start that fight with the hardest leg kick of his fight.
Bro, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?
He's just like, if it scares you, you should do it. It's like, all right, Chris. And it was just funny because
yo, Brad, just don't check it, please.
Yeah, because he said on Ariel's show, he's just like, all right, Brad, like, you know what this is. You let me land that first one. You don't check it, and then from there, then it's whatever. You know, whatever happens, happens. But, yo, that would just... Yo, what if he just breaks Brad's leg and he's just a part of 3 of the 4 fucking leg breaks?
Bro, that would be hilarious. Like, that would be so fucking funny.
He just becomes the second fighter in UFC history without ever throwing a punch.
Like, bro, it's just insane that the way the last one happened, the fact that it's Weidman, the first one was Weidman versus Silva, and then the next one was Weidman versus Uriah Hall, which a bunch of people during the tough when Uriah Hall was on Tough, was lauded as the next Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that, like, too many things lined up too perfectly. It was just fucking weird.
Yeah, it just... Oh, man. Uriah fucking Hall hit him with that Uno reverse card, so Weidman's got to come back out with that again, just bam. But I mean, either way, coming back to Brad Tavares, like, just a fucking consistent, like, top 15 guy, top 10 guy, like, that's a hard fight. That's no easy task at all. He's got to
break his leg.
Yeah. I don't like that.
I don't like that idea.
But, moving on, though, another bout in August 12th. Khalil Roundtree versus Chris Daukaus, rebooked. It's a good fight. I want to see it. I just feel like Khalil's gonna knock him silly. Honestly, Daukaus just be getting hit way too much.
Same way. At least he's getting a little bit more time in between than what he was from his last knockout. So
yeah, that is very true.
That's nice.
It's definitely only gonna help him more. But
depending on what his injury was.
Yeah, I don't know. But August 5th, though, great fight. Very happy they did not try to rebook Jim Miller versus Ludovic Klein, and instead they went with Ludovic versus Ignacio Bahamondes.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
I love it.
I fucking love Ignacio Bah. He is such a fun fighter. This dude is... I know me and Ginger have talked about it. If they made a 165 division, he is a prime candidate for that because this dude's like 6'3" at fucking 155. Yeah. It is just absolutely insane. He's young as shit. I think he's like 24 or something like that.
25 years old.
25.
It says he's 6'1".
Oh, 6'1"? Okay. But either way, 6'1" at 155. No, he's got a crazy frame.
Like, his frame, like, you look at him, it's like, you could have a little bit more on you and be perfectly fine.
For sure.
Like, it's funny because, like, you said 6'3", and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. We put all 3 6'3" guys in there. Jalen Turner, Joel Alvarez, and Ignacio.
Yeah. But yeah, 6'1", but yeah, either way, just a big-ass fucking guy at 155. Yeah. Give him a few years, this dude's fighting at welterweight for sure. He will not be able to stay at that division.
No.
But Ludovic Klein, good counter striker, fun, like technically sound fighter. That should be a really good one. I like that one a lot. Also on that August 5th card, OSP versus Ian Cutelaba. OSP is
someone's getting finished.
He's probably getting finished, and he's probably retiring.
More
it's
likely.
Just sad to see. I don't want to see it.
Even if OSP wins, I would want him to retire.
Yeah,
it's time.
For sure. For sure.
It's time.
It's been time.
Yeah.
Moving on, September 9th. It's funny because we were just talking about it last night. I could have sworn Casey O'Neill like fucking fucked her leg up or some shit. Like I could have sworn she injured herself. Maybe I'm just fucking thinking of things.
It's just funny because I don't remember that at all.
Now I want to look this up. Maybe she injured herself going into the Jennifer Maia fight.
That might be what you're thinking of, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Okay, I just feel like I could have sworn she had a fucking leg injury, but let me pull this up real quick. Yeah, because it was February 2022 against Roxanne Modafferi, and then she fought Jennifer Maia March 2023. So yeah, okay, that's where my brain was going. Okay. But had a rough loss to Jennifer Maia. It was just so sad to see. It's just like, God damn it, UFC, like they got to do a little bit better of knowing where these people are at and booking them against like upper tier people. And it's like, I know Maia was ranked like number 8 coming off some losses to like the top people, but it's like she's still like technically a top fighter at 125, and it was just like, it was just sad to see. It was just like, damn, Casey really is just multiple steps away from being near like that top level at all. But she's fighting Vivian Araujo, so that should be a fun fight. Vivian's always down for a good scrap. I don't remember where like Vivian's been at, but didn't she fight fucking Amanda Hebos recently?
That's what I was just about to look at, because
she fought her.
Been wondering the same thing.
UFC, goddamn UFC website sucks. But
yeah, March 4th.
Yeah, it doesn't say the result of it, but it said that she fought her March 4th. I think she won that fight though. I'm not sure, but either way, it should be a fun one. Also back
He boss won.
Huh?
He boss beat Arujo.
Oh, okay. September 16th. One of my favorite up-and-coming fighters at 125, motherfucking Lupi Godinez. God damn it, I love her. She is just so good, so fun, always down, like, trying to put on a performance.
Active as hell. Like, yo, she's great. I love her.
She's fighting Sam Hughes, who is doesn't have the greatest record, but of recent years been kind of putting things together and has been, like, a tough fight for, like, younger, upcoming women. I think Lupi should have that in the bag, though.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, let's fucking go.
I was just sad that it was so far away, because I'm just like, come
Mm-hmm.
on, you could get her fight next month. She could fight 2 months later. Like,
you could still get her on September 16th.
That's what I'm saying.
But you know what? It's cool. Let's give her some time.
No, it's the draft, kid. She was supposed to give me 5 wins this year. Oh, man. But yeah, it's going to be a good one. But yeah, that's gonna be all of the fight announcements coming up. Not really much fight news going on. Just really kind of PFL shit. Cedric Doumbé out of his scheduled bout, probably gonna be returning on their Paris card September 30th.
Which I feel like that's better for him anyway. I know it's a few months, like, because it's only a few months away. You know, nothing too crazy, and now he gets to fight at home.
For sure, that's a
cool.
Big showing for him.
Hell yeah.
Because, Ginger, do you have it off the top of the head when he was supposed to fight? Previously? Was it like July?
I want to say it was July.
I think so. Because I wonder if they wanted to, like, have him on a July card and then have him back for September, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
Get some little bit of hype going, but
either
I feel
way.
like
That's even just kind of an iffy thing to try to play in, because you have no idea how that fight's going to play out for
June
23rd.
June 23rd.
Oh,
so the end of June, almost July, like, for 2 months
wrist
out.
injury.
Gotcha. All right.
So, a wrist injury, you can heal up that quickly.
8-10 weeks, something like that, right? Like, not too bad.
Yeah, the rest of June, July, August, and then into September. So, yeah.
He'll be all right.
But, other big thing coming out of PFL event on Thursday, they had motherfucking Deontay Wilder on the broadcast, and he, I don't know, like, how serious everything he's saying, but talking like he is very interested in doing 2 fights with Francis, one in boxing, one in MMA. He's really looking to be that boxer to, like, cross the street and go to MMA fight.
That'd be fucking awesome.
I would love that. That's
hell yeah.
Because I feel like Francis versus Wilder in boxing, like, I know in theory Francis versus Tyson Fury is, like, a bigger fight, but I feel like as a first fight, I don't know if it would actually draw more, because I feel like more people are going to think that Tyson's just going to run over him. So I don't know if there's as much actual intrigue in that, where Wilder versus Francis, you got the hardest hitter in MMA versus the hardest hitter in boxing. That's all you need.
What I'm saying.
That's the sales on the pay-per-view right there.
That's the sales pitch right there.
Yeah, so if we could fucking get that done, he was saying that, like, he's got a lot of options, but this is definitely an option that he's looking for. He said, they've talked about it once, why not talk about it once more, you know what I mean? So, let's fucking go, let's hope we can get that done. That's gonna bring us into our next little segment, looking ahead. And, I mean, we got another pretty good weekend coming up of fights on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
We got Bellator and PFL going on basically the same time. Bellator 297, they got a fucking goddamn good show in Chicago for that one. Vadim Nemkov in the main event defending that 205-pound title against Yoel Romero. I mean, they're just throwing Yoel Romero in there, same reason that UFC did against Izzy, because it's Yoel Romero, and they're hoping for a fun fight.
Yeah. Oh, God.
What?
Still remind me of his last title fight performance.
Come on, you're not ready to watch Yoel walk out to the center of the octagon against Vadim, 2 arms up like this, and just stand there? And just look at him. And he's going to stare at him real scary, like so scary that Vadim's going to be 5 feet away from him, just like, I ain't coming near you. Leg kick. And he's just going to, little turns and movements.
Shut him, man.
But that third round, though, that's when Yoel's going to explode. because for some reason Yoel is just the master of third round knockouts. I'm pretty sure he's like that's where a lot of his finishes have like been in the UFC. Melvin Manhoef, third round knockout. Alex Pelosi, third round knockout. So both of his Bellator wins are third round knockouts.
Yes.
Luke Rockhold, third round knockout. Chris Weidman, third round knockout. Lyoto Machida, third round knockout. Oh my God.
Tim Kennedy, Derek Brunson,
Ronnie Marks. He has a first round over Clifford Starks.
But yeah,
that's so funny.
Since 2013, all of his finishes have been third round finishes.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, the king of the third round, Yoel Romero. You don't want to get there with him, and if you do, you better hope you make it out of there.
This man don't believe in submissions one way or the other.
Nope.
0 wins with submissions, 0 losses.
Come on, he ain't got no neck to choke. Like, come on, that's impossible. But either way, yeah, that's gonna be a fun ass fight. So let's fucking go. Well, I hope it's gonna be a fun fight.
Hopefully it's a fun
Hopefully.
I think Vadim will pull it out of Yoel more than Izzy could.
Nah, yeah, for sure. He will definitely go after Yoel more.
Yeah.
That co-main event though. Legacy.
I love it.
Legacy is on the line in that one for sure.
Oh,
Bantamweight title also up for grabs. Sergio Pettis, the defending champ, against motherfucking Patricio Pitbull, looking to become the first 3-division world champion in like a major organization. God damn, that's a good fight. And the winner of that gets Patchy Mix, so
I'm so excited for that.
That's honestly my favorite thing about this is the winner of that fight's Patchy, because I cannot fucking wait for that one.
No, literally, like that's why I'm happy about this. It's just one step closer. Like
But yeah,
it's still gonna be a good fight though.
For sure. If Pitbull is like good in like himself at 135, this dude might smash Sergio, honestly, because his last fight against Horiguchi, this dude was struggling with him for the entire fight until he got a spinning back fist in the 4th round. Like, he did not win a round, barely a minute against fucking Kyoji in that one. But yeah, so that's going to be a good one. Let's go. You got some other good fights on that card. Nothing too crazy. Corey Anderson, Phil Davis, some other good names. But yeah, definitely a good number event for Bellator heading into next weekend.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, I don't know who else, like, right now, who's at the top. I'm pretty sure Corey Anderson and Phil Davis are the 2 other top contenders at 205 that might be vying for that next title shot as well.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
Remembering correctly.
It's just hard because Corey and like Vadim went to no contest in the first one because of like a illegal clash of heads, and then he handily lost the rematch. And I'm pretty sure Phil Davis has already lost twice to Vadim, so that's just like a weird spot for that division.
Yeah, they're literally numbers 1 and 2.
Yeah, that makes sense. But so who knows where that goes? But yeah. And then also on Friday, we got PFL 5 coming back. Let's go. Nowhere near as good of a card as PFL 4.
Definitely.
No.
But we got the returning champ at heavyweight, Ante Delia, fighting out of Croatia. Let's go. And he's versus Maurice Green, who's been doing the damn thing in PFL after leaving the UFC. But yeah, the crochet boss. Let's go. I am much more excited for that co-main event.
Hell yeah.
Larissa Pacheco is back, and I'm kind of sad that they went ahead and did this one, because Amber Leibrock, she looked so good in that first fight. Got a beautiful first round head kick knockout. That shit was just nasty. And I'm just like, I just don't want to see her lose now to Larissa. It's just, they should have set that up for possibly both getting in the bracket at different seeds to fight later on. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, either in the first round or in the, championship fight. Either,
Yeah, but that should be a good one. Amber, fucking 6 foot tall, just long as shit, 72-inch reach. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. But other than that, you got Biagio Ali Walsh making his MMA debut.
That's about his pro debut, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was wondering why it said 0-0, but I forgot that they were considered amateur fights. Yeah.
But yeah, so making a pro MMA debut. But yeah, so that should be fun. Aspen lad back, hooray! But nah, Hen and Fajeda, that should be fun. But yeah, other than that, not too much going on in PFL.
No.
But that's gonna bring us to UFC Fight Night: Vettori versus Cannonier. It's I don't like this fight at all, honestly, because the winner of this fight doesn't deserve a title shot, and no one wants to see him in a title shot, but they might get a title shot, especially if it's Jared.
And it's just dumb because what numbers are they? 2 and 3?
Yep, I think so.
So it really doesn't change their position for either one of them too crazy. Like you said, they're not necessarily deserving of a title shot after this at all. They might get it, they might not get it. It doesn't change anything, and it made the division so weird with the way they went and matchmaked everything, and it was fucking pointless. Like, the fight should be alright, but like the progression of itself, there was no point to it.
Yeah, because they're just like, the one fucking, like, viable title contender that, like, makes a good fight against Izzy, let's just book him against the one person that's basically guaranteed to beat him in Robert Whittaker. And then, like, Vettori
and then let's take number 2 and 3, and they'll fight, instead of bringing any other contenders into the mix.
Yeah. And then let's just try and force Paulo Costa into a fight against an unranked dude that has one fight in the UFC. And then let's give Sean Strickland a fight against someone that's unranked and has one fight in the UFC. And
middleweight is so weird, but like the thing is with like at least like the Marvin Jared fight, like it just because like too many of the top guys at middleweight, like we talked about like at lightweight, everyone fighting each other at the top. It's that in the middleweight division because Whittaker, to get him any viable opponent, was go down to Costa, and they've already tried that fight twice.
And sorry, Vettori and Jared are 3 and 4 because they still have Pereira in there.
They still have Pereira, but it's basically 2 and 3 at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they didn't want to do that fight again. So it's like, well, it was either Dricus or Sean. And they're like, fuck it, Dricus. Need someone up. Sean.
But that's why
I'm surprised. Like Sean and Paulo weren't booked together.
It's just, I don't know. And because, I mean, Whittaker is just saying that he just wants to fight someone, like, in the top 5, like, area. So it's like, Dricus is at 6, so he's not even really there, and Strickland's at 7, so who really cares if you went one down more? Like, it's just fucking dumb. Should have just given Dricus the title shot. Should have fucking done something, like, whatever Paulo needs to get that fight with him and Whittaker done. Like, whatever the fuck you gotta do, just make that shit happen. Then you should have done, like, Strickland versus Vettori or some shit like that, you know what I mean? And then, just, like, I don't know. But that's 185 for you. It's a whole jumbled mess, but it just sucks because with it all being fucked, Vettori versus Cannonier is a good fight. It should be some fun. Vettori is gonna try and put it on him. Jared's always got that power on him, ready to go. So
so it's a good fight. There's just no fucking reason for it.
Yeah, that's why it's just.
But talking about fights that there's no fucking reason for.
Oh my god.
And that's what's funny, because this is such like a mid-fight night, and the two big fights on it, it's just like, why
they don't even make sense. Like, Marvin and Jared make more sense, but like, Armin and Joaquim Silva?
No idea.
Joaquim Silva, I mean, like, yeah, he's been around in the UFC, but it's like...
He's not active, he's 34, he's unranked, and he's 5 and 3.
Yeah, in the UFC. Like, it's...
He beat Jesse Ronson a year ago. A year before that got knocked out by Ricky Glenn, and 2 years before that was knocked out by Nasrat
Hesperus.
Yes, thank you. It was about to get caught up, couldn't
finish
it.
Before that, knocked out Jared Gordon, but before that,
lost the decision. It's
lost
like
to Vince Pichel.
And then the fucking, like, one streak he went on was Andrew Holbuck and fucking Rezma Daddy, you know what I mean? Which, Rezma Daddy finding his way back in, Ginger, let's go!
I know! Let's fucking go!
Because then it's like, Armin, 26-year-old, what is he, ranked to number 8?
Is Armin? I think so.
Armin's,
ranked 8. Yeah,
number 8. Yeah,
so it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like,
Right.
what?
It's silly because this isn't a last minute thing. They just booked this.
yeah. They booked this when they had to reschedule
Armin.
after Armin and Moicano had to fall through.
Which is like, if you weren't gonna fucking put Silva in on that card, why the fuck are we doing this?
Right.
Well, my thing is, why didn't we just rebook that fight?
But even if they couldn't rebook that fight specifically, there was nothing else you could do. There was no one else you could do. There was nothing. You had to get Joaquin in here.
It's fair because it's like it's
the only one I can
55
think of
is just so fucked right now. Like,
it's just crazy. Like, I don't know.
because it's like now you like, because honestly, even with Oliveira, like that's what's just so hard with all this, because it's like, yeah, well, like we said, Oliveira deserves the title shot, but it's just like, it just sucks because then it's like Dustin versus Justin. Whoever wins is gonna be just staying at the top for a title shot, just holding it up even longer. It's like no one's gonna be able to find their way in until these guys just lose, and I feel like everyone fucking retires. Like,
yeah.
It was like it's just so hard.
55's in a weird spot right now.
Very weird spot.
It's mainly just because, like, yeah. Well, and the big thing was, like, a lot of people at the top were just kind of also holding their spot.
That's the thing.
And
like, yeah, like we said, like Oliveira just beat Benny, so that was good. At least Benny able to get his fight into the top, you know. But it just also kind of sucks that it's like Oliveira wins, so it just like kind of pushes him back down, and you know, it's like keeps that at where it is. 2 and 3 are fighting each other. Yeah, Benny just lost. Chandler's fighting Connor. Fiziev just lost to Gaethje. Gamrot just lost to Benny. Armin's hanging around, who deserves a big fight but can't get a big fight. Why the fuck is RDA still here? Jalen versus Dan Hooker. Demir versus Grant Dawson. Morkana's out with injury. Like, it's just...
And Matt Frivola just fought Drew Dober.
So, you know, it's just like, god damn it. Like, what the fuck is...
So, like, that's the only reason Armin's probably getting Joaquin Silva. Even then, I'm like, we couldn't get someone who's, like, more right outside that top 15, like...
And I feel like the biggest problem is the UFC isn't just going to pay the guys what they would need to get these fights done. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's probably going to be the biggest thing, is all of these guys on their whatever contracts they have. It's like, why the fuck am I going to fight some guy like 6 spots behind me? Like, you know, it's it's just a really hard spot for them to be in. But other than that, there's a lot of good prospects on this card.
Yeah, there definitely is.
That's like... Yeah. That's the one thing that you really got going. I mean, like
Christian Leroy Duncan versus Armin Petrosian. That's gonna be a good fight.
Great featured bout. Like, even though they don't have big names, that's gonna be a great fight.
Oh yeah.
Lucas Almeida versus Pat Sabatini's a fun one.
That's gonna be good as hell.
That's fun.
Muslim Salikov versus Nicholas Dalby. Both guys that have been around for a bit, but that should be some fun grappling on that.
I'm excited.
Dalby's always a fun watch.
Yeah.
But I'm excited as hell for Jimmy Flick and Alessandro Costa. That's going to be a good-ass fight.
Yeah.
That Hani Barcelos, Miles Johns, like, it's fucking Christian Quinones is back. Like, Zalga Zumagulov is back. Is fucking Dan Argueta versus Ronnie Lawrence. Modestas Bukauk is opening up the card against Zach Pauga.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's just, this is going to be a good card for sure.
Damn, I didn't... we were supposed to have fucking Emmett and Ilya on this card. I didn't realize that. That would have made it so good.
It got rescheduled, but
that would have tied it up so well. Honestly.
It would have, because it's one of those cards that, like, looking at it, it doesn't have the biggest names, but if you know type of deal, because it's like one of those things. We know these names, we know it's going to be good fun, we know they're great prospects, but if you're not watching and you don't know these people's names, like, who the fuck are they? Why would I want to watch this? Christian Leroy Duncan. Who the hell is this guy? Like,
right. But like, I am sad that it got rescheduled off this card, but having Ilya Taporia headline the card on ABC, it's good. I love that.
It's very good. He deserved that spot. He deserves that.
100%.
But yeah, I mean, and shit, with like, we just had a fucking pay-per-view last night, had 11 bouts on it. We got a fight night coming up with 14. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a lot of fights, gonna be a lot of fun. So definitely excited for UFC fight night. Vettori versus Cannonier coming up.
Yes, sir.
But that leaves us with one thing left to do on a beautiful podcast day, and that's who's that fighter. Let me get everything all up and ready.
Oh god.
Got some decent pictures going today. I don't think nothing like too crazy, you know. Nothing. I feel like they're pretty easy ones to get though.
The main card.
I ain't telling you. But yes.
I ain't saying, but
perhaps.
I don't know why. I just always forget to look at the prelims. Like,
I'm wondering which one. I'll go with this one first. All right, let's go. Number 1. Who's that fighter? Feel like a pretty easy one. Not too hard. Not too shabby. You got any thoughts, Holmes?
like, I don't know.
Hmm.
Because I feel like I'm sure it's one of those things. Like, if you know the picture, then you'll probably know who it is. Like, I almost feel like it's Charles, but I don't know why his body just looks a little weird. Like, and I've just never seen anything with him on it, but he kind of looks big. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely not Charles. He looks too big to be Charles.
I gotcha. Who ya tinkin'?
Let's go Eric Anders.
Eric Anders?
Yeah. I scrolled down more, I seen that. I don't know if I'm right at all, but he got a thick ass neck like Eric Anders do.
Yeah.
alright. I'm just gonna go with Marc Andre. I really can't.
Damn, honestly, I kind of thought that this was like a easier one than maybe I guess just like knowing or whatever, like just making the picture. But you went Marc Andre Barrio.
Yep.
It actually went Eric Anders. The correct answer is 50K Ige.
Damn, okay, because I was gonna say Ige too, but just looking at it, I was like, I don't know, they just look kind of big, so then that's why I scrolled down a little bit. I saw the 185, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go with Eric Anders. The neck looked thick as fuck, like.
I was about to say, that was the thing, like, it just looked like they were a heavier guy.
Yeah, they looked mad big.
I like, now looking at it, I see why I thought that. It just... And now I know what that shit around the neck was.
Yeah.
Because I thought you fucked up. I'm like, what's going on there?
No, I said it because I was like, there's something around the neck. Like, I'm sure it's a if you know type picture. Like,
Yeah.
But all right.
Let's go hit him with that first one mix up. All right. I think this one, number 2, definitely a bit easier. Who's that fighter? What you thinking, Kate?
My boy.
Your boy?
Not Eric. Sorry, not
your boy.
No. Charles.
Charles?
The champion has a name. It's Charles Dubronx Oliveira.
It's funny because I was like, my boy, and then I was like, wait, not your boy, but my boy, Charles.
I was like, what are you? I'm like, what? Huh? What's going on there?
You both said old Charlie Broomsticks, and the answer is old Charlie Broomsticks. Let's go sitting upon that cage smiling.
I was about to say, that was from last night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw it. I was like, that was him up on the cage. Just
Yeah.
Oh, man. Let's go. But all right, time for number 3, final one. Who's that fighter?
Jimmy, I'm sorry, but this is so poorly done. Like, I'm pretty sure it's Amanda, but there is absolutely no head shape to that. You can bring Ginger, and that's my answer.
Okay. I'm going with Nunes, but I swear to God, if you found a picture of Irene Aldana with a championship belt, I'm gonna be pissed.
You both said Nunes?
It's Irene, isn't it?
It's
okay,
Nunes.
Oh, thank God. I was like...
It's just funny because I was saying to Jimmy, I was like, this is so poorly cut. And, like, I know it's the hair, I know it's, like, the belt, but it just looks so wacky.
It does, but, like...
But you still know.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's Nunes. And then I'm like, I swear to God, if there's a picture of fucking Irene Aldana with a championship belt around her waist from some regional and he put that on there, I'm going to be so pissed.
It's really funny because originally I was gonna go with a picture of her like holding both the belts, and then when I made it all black and her upper body was just the widest fucking thing ever, I was just like, you guys are probably gonna go with like Eric Anders or some shit. Like I was like, I have to switch this. Like I can't.
That would have been so funny though. We're just like, oh yeah, that's clearly one of the big boys
just
here.
Look like lumpy shoulders and stuff. Like it'd just be like, what the fuck, horrible picture is
like
this?
when he used Jessica Andrade with the freaking
the
flag.
Yeah, but even worse because like
bulky.
But because, I don't know, at least it was like kind of smooth or whatever. It because of the belts and everything, it was just like just so lumpy and big. Like I don't know, it would have been so funny. But let's go. That's gonna wrap up our 3 fighters for Who's That Fighter? Yeah. But let's go. That was a good one. I think that was. It's funny because like at the start, just like damn, we got so much to talk about. And we have dragged out nothing so much longer than, like, just getting all of this stuff into, like, the podcast for, like, this amount of time. I don't know, I just thought it was funny. Just, like, so much extra stuff. I'm just like, this one's easily going to be, like, 2 hours or plus. And just...
Yeah, right.
Oh, man. But it was a good one. A lot of shit to talk about. A lot of fun things going on and things to look forward to. But I hope you all enjoy it. If you did, like and subscribe. As always, we got the stuff in the description, all of our links for all of our other things going on, Twitch and YouTubes and everything like that. But we'll catch you in the next one, everyone. Peace out.